Hello and welcome to the Chaston Centre. I'm Karen Chaston and I am so glad that you have found us. The Chaston Centre is a place for meaningful living, and I am the co-founder with my son Dan, who passed away in 2011 very suddenly and unexpectedly. To be honest, my husband and I woke up on the 10th of July 2011 thinking we were going to have a lazy Sunday at home. So within minutes, I was racing out the back door, looking at Dan lying there in the fetal position, thinking that he had just passed out. But unfortunately, within moments, the paramedics announced that he had passed away several hours earlier. At the time, I was a CFO of a publicly listed company, and I followed the age old cliches of what we've been told to do when loss comes to visit. Keep busy, give it time, and everything will be all right. So the day after Dan's funeral, I returned to my CFO role, working more, eating more, and drinking even more. And of course, it's not the way to move beyond loss, but most of us have no idea what to do when loss comes to visit. We don't know what to say. We don't know, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to think about it. And that has led us all into avoidance, suffering in silence, having loss affect all areas of our lives, especially our health, professional life, and our relationships. And that's what the Chaston Centre is all about. It's about assisting people to deep dive into loss, to demystify loss, and to understand that there are over 40 different loss events that can affect all of our lives. Yes, death of a loved one is certainly one of the major ones, but there's also divorce, separation, job loss, your health, your wealth, your pets. And during the last few years, the minor ones have come to the forefront: loss of freedom, choice, loss of status, changing work conditions, recreational and social activities. But do you know what? The number one loss that most people are not even aware of is loss of identity. And that's what we love to assist people with at the Chaston Centre. We love to help you to not only find who you are, but to find fulfillment and joy and meaning in your life. Because I know that when I was in my CFO role, even though I looked successful on the outside, I had it all. I had the great salary, the great job. I had the house, the cars, the overseas trips. Everything that a lot of people would define was success. But deep inside, I was unfulfilled. I had no meaning in my life. I was just in a Groundhog Day days, going from one day to the other, them all rolling into each other, the years passing by. And I wasn't living and loving my life. So the Chaston Centre has created many programs where we assist you to not only deep dive into you and to heal all of your past loss events, but to also understand and to know what to do when loss comes to visit. And let's be honest, with over 40 different loss events, loss will always come back to visit. And imagine if you know what to do, if you know the 5-step process on being able to stop and to accept and to identify what it means for you now, to complete the process so that you can pivot and move into your next phase of your life. Because let's be honest, when loss does come, your life is not going to be the same. You're not going to go back to normal. You are going to bounce forward into a more meaningful life. And that's what life is all about. But the funny thing is, that the more I worked with people and helped them to move beyond loss, the more I started to realize how great it would have been if I had understood people the way that I understood profits when I was in my CFO role. I really started to realize that the understandings that I have now would have greatly assisted not only me and all the other leaders, but everyone in the organisation. We could have created that team dynamic workplace that so many of us are looking for, but just don't really get there. We would have known how to motivate people, how to ensure that they were our greatest assets. And let's face it, so often we do not see our employees as our greatest assets. And that's when I expanded into my people and profits connection programs. And recently, I have even gone a step further and deep dived into emotions, because most of us don't understand our emotions. Most of us use all the avoidance tactics, as many as we can, so that we can avoid feeling what we are feeling. So have a look around the site and please reach out. I would love to have a free complimentary 30-minute Zoom session with you so that you can see how your life can become a more meaningful living.